Huh? Follows unconditional components. There are no unconditional components. Huh? Controlled components. I am unable to listen little bit loud. Even it is wrong, no problem. What you understood about that? What are the features? Once again, use reference. Function. That is because of use ref. Use form is there. What it does? What it does? Okay. I am asking about features. That means why you will recommend anybody to use this library. How a developer justifies that this is good for me, for my project. Actually, if you have seen the official website, the caption itself tells what they tell. Features. What are those? For example, see, when you visit this official website, online also some people they performance good, mounting fast, okay. Actually, see the official website, hook form library. Yeah. You see the main caption, performant, flexible, extensible, easy to use validation. That means performant, flexible, extensible forms with easy to validate. If a developer can understand the caption, he knows majority of it. He knows majority about it. Right? For example, jQuery, it puts a caption, write less, do more. Right? Bootstrap, they put a caption, a toolkit for rapidly building UI. The caption gives majority of answer. Actually, performant means it is good in performance. When it will be good in performance is, for a developer, it will be good in performance when it is lightweight. How it can be lightweight? Usually it can be lightweight if it can use native features. If you use some external features, what is problem with Formic? Validation from outside, right? Collecting data from outside through a reference, you have to access that. Because of that, it becomes little slow. Performant means it is better in performance, and a developer understand that, okay, better in performance means they are providing some lightweight features. And usually lightweight is possible when a technology uses majority internally, not from explicit. Explicit. What hook form people tell us that they say that majority what HTML provides, we use it. That is the reason performance wise it is little better because it is native to HTML. What does flexible and extensible forms means? Flexible and extensible form means we can add new items, remove items into the form dynamically. It is easy to handle dynamic forms. Reusability we know. Extensibility and flexibility means without disturbing the form, we can add new features into it. For example, we can means flexibility, extensibility means it is very good in dynamically changing the form. For example, you are filling a form. You said that I am not from India. Then automatically one extra field will add saying that then enter your passport number, visa, and all these details. You say I am from India, then it will remove so many things and it will say simply add your Aadhaar number something. That means a form can change dynamically. That means a form must be flexible. A form can be easily flexible, extensible, means you can add new features, you can remove. That is the ability of that. Another thing they claim that easy to use validation. That means they have a reason for that. Their validations are easy because they use HTML validation. That means HTML comes with validation like required min length, max length, pattern. They say that you don't need a service like yup. We are using service na yup required, yup matches, but it says that we will use just HTML. In that case, it is not satisfying every time. Why? Because I already told you HTML validations are not great every time. We need to write our own validation. So one more point is this is okay. That means this itself tells what they are. You can see their main features they will provide here itself. Means as I by seeing the caption I told na performance means lightweight. That means you see they have mentioned that it is lightweight and it uses HTML. What they say that leverages the existing HTML. That means it uses already existing HTML features. It leverages the benefits of HTML. So you don't need to much depend on external. You don't need to much depend on external. That's what they say. Performance. Some of you people told that re-renders will not happen. So these are the main concepts of this, right? So what are the features? I will explain here. Hook form. So a point. So several more concepts are there. I will explain. So features, what are the features? It is performant. How it is performant? Lightweight, leverage HTML. So lightweight means obviously uses native HTML. Lightweight means application specific library, means we call modular. Modular means it uses only what is needed for that situation. That makes the performance better. So that is performant. Another important is extensible, flexible, extensible. So it is nothing but provides features to add and customize forms dynamically. That means you can add elements, remove elements dynamically. One more, easy to validate, because it is nothing but it uses HTML5 validations. So that is easy to validate. These are all options we are having. Performant, flexible, extensible, easy to validate, all these. Actually, whenever you are learning a new library, whenever you are learning about a new library, if you can, what we say, decode the caption, then you will get all its abilities. Because the caption is just one line or one sentence, but it tells so many things. So, developers, if they can decode the caption, why they have mentioned this caption, then they can understand its abilities. These are the major abilities. They keep them in caption. That means they are the main features. There may be so many other features, but those features will be available to with everyone. But these people are giving it as a caption, means the if you can decode the caption, then you can understand that these are the standout features. Those are the standout features when compared to other libraries. The caption decoding is important. That means why they mentioned that caption. That means that caption itself tells that they are different from others in this area. That is the main point you need to know. Now tell me, what are drawbacks, issues? Obviously, in their website, you will not find issues. Who says that we are zero in this? We are having these drawbacks. Who says? Nobody says. Right. Now, see, many people. So, for example, you see Chat GPT, Claude, right? Anthropic, OpenAIs, and all these people. People are very much worried about them, right? OpenAI says that they have released a list saying that these jobs will be in trouble, right? Because of AI, right? Who released? OpenAI release. That means OpenAI says that these jobs will be in trouble. Why OpenAI says that uh, don't use us? OpenAI says that if you don't use us, then you are in trouble. Everybody promotes his business, na? Right? Everybody promotes his business. Why anybody says that this is bad, don't use it, right? But any sensible software engineer who have a idea on technology, he knows that I can't give my entire control to a AI robot. If they give, it is in trouble. Any sensible software engineer knows this basic common sense they have. That that means you are saying that hand over your computer to an AI, it will do your project. Seriously? Seriously, that means you are handing over your device and saying that do my project, and you are feeling it like a feature, huh? Right? If it takes control and you can't even control it, you can't even handle it. So that means these are all, we know that this will happen. That means after few days, somebody will come and tell that my entire data is lost. This AI tool has deleted everything, right? Then you are in trouble, right? No technology will claim that we are having these drawbacks, right? Only the people who do research, they know that on that, because they have worked with different environments, they know. Every official people will promote themselves. Why they say that we have these drawbacks? Nobody will say. If you are looking for drawbacks about hook form in their website, you will never find. And you cannot universally look for drawbacks in Google. Search for the drawbacks, you will may not find it properly. Why? Because as a developer you should know. I will show you the point. What are the issues? Anybody spotted any drawbacks? Obviously in their website they will not mention about the drawbacks. But what is the biggest drawback is this library is completely dependent on hooks. So tell me drawback. What is the major drawback? It completely depends on hooks. That means you cannot use this in class components. So it's not suitable to any project which is using class components. So that is one major issue, right? One of the main issue is it is a hook based library. So what is problem? It is not suitable for class components. It's not suitable for class components. It's not suitable for class components. Another important is native HTML is not compatible across multiple browsers. And if any technology is saying that, any library is saying that I am using HTML, compatibility problem will come. Because you know HTML have compatibility issues. HTML, JavaScript, all these have compatibility problems. Compatibility problems means what? In one browser an option is working, in another browser it may not work. That is the reason in HTML, whenever you are using certain features, make sure that they are suitable across all browsers. That means what is the main problem is compatibility issues. Compatibility issues, because they openly say that we leverage all the benefits of HTML, but HTML has so many drawbacks, issues, because HTML elements are not compatible with so many browsers. So then we have some issues. Some browsers can understand, some browsers cannot understand. Browser compatibility problems may come. So these are some important issues, some important drawbacks, right? Okay. These are the features and these are the drawbacks. Okay. Next important is here. You visited this website. You visit this website. This is their official website. Now tell me, if you are newcomer, you want to know about this library, where you will start? Get started is not where you have to start. What is the major mistake everybody do is they start with start, because that is the word that you are familiar with. Start, right? Everybody starts with start. No, get started is an option you will see in any website, that is for the people who already have an idea about this library. Right, get started is not the place from where you have to start learning about it. That is the place from where you start using it. That means in any website, any third party library, get started is not the place from where you have to start. Get started is for the people who already have a complete idea about it and they want to use it. You completely have an idea about it, now you want to use it, then get started, not directly get started. Then a newcomer, from where he will start? From where he will start is, so here very important is, third important feature is, so developer can get idea about any library. So developer can get idea about any library from its API. You have to start from here. You have to start from API, not from get started. Not from get started. So in any library, if you want to know about the library, first check where is its API. You have to start from API. You have to start from API. So when we open this website, you see there is an API. 100% everywhere there will be API. I will show you so many libraries. I will show you. You will see API. Now when I go to API, it will show the complete overview. You see, it is React hook form overview. That means in this API they will provide complete information about what they provide. That means they provide so many services. These are all the services provided by them, and in which version, which service they provide. That means a developer can first get idea about all the services that are provided by a library through its API. And very important is, here you see there are so many things in API now. There are so many things in API. They are all not required for everybody. They are not all required. So what developer has to do is, developer has to identify which one is suitable for his application. Which one is suitable for his application. We should not waste time in learning everything in API. Everything in API. Because suppose you are a Java learner, Java have, you can say, 50,000, 60,000 classes. What? You will learn everything, right? Time waste. Why time waste? Because why you are learning everything? Not necessary. You are wasting your brain, right? You are wasting your brain, right? You need to know only what is needed for that regular uses. If anything rarely required, later you will explore it. Whenever it is required, you are learning Java or .NET or Python or PHP, what do you say? You are learning everything in Java? No, you are not learning everything in Java. Then what you are learning? Only what is needed in regular projects, right? What a Java developer knows everything about Java? Not possible. I already showed you now. Suppose HTML. In HTML you learnt about image, img. What you know about img? What attributes you know about img? Src, width, height, but IMG have more than 40, 50 attributes. IMG have more than 40, 50 attributes, right? You know only 3, 4 of them. And you don't need all the 40, 50 attributes every time. What is needed, you will know about them. So what is the developer's responsibility? Developer's responsibility, don't waste time in knowing about everything. That's not good. So it is just what is needed, you have to know about it. That means you can read what they are. After reading, you can understand that, okay, this is for me. Then you can explore it. Don't try to explore everything. That is waste of time. You try to explore everything, that is waste of time, right? So many times people have this doubt. So many times even people ask, sometimes people ask me like, sir, how you remember all these things, they ask, right? Because I don't see a PDF or a PPT and I explain, right? I don't see any PDF or PPT and I explain any topic. Then how do I remember? I remember my .NET technology, A to Z, everything. I
Oh,
remember my full stack, Node.js, Express.js, everything. I give note to everyone without watching any PDF or PPT, right? People ask, how do you remember all these things? Only the point is,
so,
I don't
so,
remember my house phone number, landline number. I don't know. I don't know, seriously. So I just know only two, three, four numbers remembered. I don't even remember my bank account number. I don't remember. That means I eliminate what is not necessary for me. Means regularly not. This is my job. So I remember only what is needed for my job. I don't need to remember everything. I don't need to know everything. That makes too much to me. That I don't want. I have alternatives for that. Right? A developer should not put all his efforts to remember everything. It's not possible. You can't do that. You just need to know what is required. And remember that. That's enough. That's enough. Right? It's not possible. Right? So, what is our job now? There are so many services. In that, which one is required for us, you have to identify. Tell me which one is required to design a form out of all these. Actually, you can design a form using this use controller also. You can design a form using this use form context also. But which one is required, you need to identify. I will tell you, so many other points are there, we will see that. So first thing is, here let's go in the API. That means developer can get idea about features. What is this API? API provides all, you can say, overview of all services provided by library. So API provides overview of all services provided by library. So what is the developer's job? So you need to identify the service required for your project and explore. You don't need to explore everything. You need to identify the service required for your project, and that you have to explore. You don't need to explore everything. This strategy, if you remember and you follow for other third party libraries, it is easy to learn a library. You can easily learn the library. That means first what you do, first you go to website and explore their API. There you will find all the services they provide. You need to explore only the services that are required for your project. Sometimes hundreds, thousands of services are given. Then you have to search for which one is suitable for you. They give a search option also, right? That means I want a form, I want some button or control. Then they provide certain options for them. You can search the API, because sometimes APIs are very huge. Hundreds, thousands of options are present in API actually. So here you see, now in this, see, first one, it says that use form, a powerful custom hook to validate your form with minimal re-renders. That is the option. Second one, it is for controlled components. Third one is for context memory. These all you will understand, because still we haven't learnt. We are going to learn them. Controlled components, context memory, all these things we are going to learn. As of now, to design a simple form and to validate a form, so which one is enough? Use form hook is enough. It is a simple hook, and when I click, it will explore and it will show you all the information. That means it will provide all the data what it does. But first point is, you need to just identify which service is required. And once you know which service is required, then how to use it. Now what we have to do, after identifying the service, now you have to go to get started. This is where we have to go. Go to get started. Identify the service that is required. Go to get started. What this get started is, get started is nothing but it will guide you how to install, how to set up this entire library, and how to use the service that you identify. That means we identified that we need one service. Okay, here I will give the service name also. What is it? Use form. Use form is the service, right? Now, how to handle it? We have to go to get started. So now get back from API, you go to get started. When you go to get started, here you will see that. That means in get started, you can see the installation process and the example how to design a form. Everything they will provide here. And I think they provided some video tutorial also. They will give that. So don't come to get started directly, because get started is for the people who already know about it and they know where to use, how to use. So get started, before get started, first where you have to go, API. So know about the services and you explore. This I will show in different examples. Means few more libraries we will learn. There also same strategy we have to follow. Okay. Once we go to get started, here you will see installation process. What is it? npm install react hook form, and always save the library that is better. That is installing and configuring. So you have to do this. So let's go in our project. So in this project, we will install it. So React hook form and the same, right? Okay. Now you see that is the library ready. Okay. Once you install the library, so we have installed the library. Now how to design and which one to use. After installing the library, you cannot directly try this example. Whatever example is given, you cannot try this example. Again, you have to go to API. Understood? You cannot try this example because this is the example which contains combination of so many things. It doesn't contain only what you need. It contains so many things which you may not need. That means first know about your library, then get started and again go back. Go back where? Go back to API because we want to learn how to use form. Then go here, use form, and you can see here they will provide all the properties and events for that use form. And observe here they will provide all the rules for that use form. What are the rules you need to configure, they will provide. And majority example they will give here. Don't try the example given in get started. That is not for you, right? Don't try the example that they have given in get started. That is not for you, that may not suit you. So you have to try the example that is provided in the API itself. In the API itself, right? But very important, you cannot use this directly. First you have to go to get started, again come back to API, and here you need to learn about it. But actually, see, they provide lot of rules, they provide lot of services, and you see they give so many options for testing and how to design a form. But actually it will take time to read all these points and understand. But once you can explore this entire library, once you explore this API of entire, then you will get a clarity of how to use it. Get a clarity of how to use this. Actually, this is, see, still for a fresher this is little difficult, because for a fresher what is problem is all official websites speak high technical terms. They don't give you a detailed simple statements in understanding the concept. Due to that, for a fresher it is always difficult to learn by himself. That's the reason why do you think online you will see lot of YouTube channels are present. Complete React course is there, you know, complete React course A to Z, everything is freely available on YouTube. Why you joined this batch? Why you joined? Some people may paid separate fees for React. Why? You can learn from YouTube directly, na? On YouTube, complete Java is there, free. Complete Java is there, complete React is there. But problem is, one main issue we will face is the people who are delivering that concept. Sometimes they may deliver the concept according to their usage of the technology, which may not be suitable for you. You can't understand his approach because he teaches you a concept according to his idea on concept. He will not generalize. 95% YouTube people do that. What they do, they will not explain a topic in a generalized way. They explain a topic about the topic, how they know about it. That means what they know about the topic, how they used it in their project, that they will explain. And how, why you need that. Many times your requirement may be different. You may not need that approach. That is where issues will come. We can't understand what he is talking according to requirements. That means any technology we have to learn in a generalized way. That is what people join various courses for, because they want to know in a generalized way where it is used, how it is used. Those channels are good. They explain topic very well, but they express their idea about it. their experience about it. That may not suit everybody every time. That is the problem. That is the problem. And sometimes their terminologies will be very complex. General people cannot understand. Right? General people cannot understand. For example, I will show you online. You will see a trainer is training on a technology like .NET or Java, and he have millions of followers. Every day when he upload a video, millions of people watch. Do you know the person who designed that technology, .NET or Java technology, he will post one video, only 300 people watch, only 200 people watch. Seriously, he invented, man. He is the person who designed that, but only 1,000 people watch him. Have you observed? Have you seen? Right? The person who designed the technology, he is teaching, means he know better than anybody else in the world, but you will not watch him because we don't know your strategy. What is your analysis? We don't know. You don't watch him because you can't understand him. That means he speaks very high level language. General people don't understand him. That's the reason we go with others. Right? Always you will see the same. Right? The technicians, what they speak, general people don't understand. So you need to little bit put effort in understanding this because it's not easy. It's not easy to know from here, but strategy is this. Means to learn a library, always you follow this process, it is little bit easy. But now your job is to learn how to use this hook form. Now tell me, I hope you have seen, right? So what is the hook here? What is the hook here? Use form, na? Have you seen its syntax? What a hook form returns? How to use this hook form? What it returns? Let's see here. I will show you. Uh, Obviously, it is having some events: on change, on blur, on submit, on touch it. Just like Formic have some events. But we need to know what use form is going to return. What use form is going to return. You see anywhere it is showing anything what it returns. What use form is going to return. I will show you in another way. See, what we will do is we will create one component. So here hook form demo. Okay. So this is hook form demo dot what? JSX. Okay. Export function hook form demo. Okay, we will use return and container. Okay, and we will have a register. Okay, we have a form. This form have options like username, same like previous form. We have input type text. We need to collect the data from here, mobile, and here we have input type text. Okay, now we need a button. So button type submit. This is submit. We need to collect and see what is the hook they are having. We have to import. What we have to import? Use form. From React hook form we have to import. And you can see we have a use form. This is the hook. And observe carefully. If one speciality about VS Code, Visual Studio Code Editor, is it provides reflection API. It provides reflection API. You know, when you are learning OOP languages like Java, .NET, or any class. So suppose in Java we have a concept called reflection API. What is it? In OOP technologies, you have a library called reflection. What is the purpose of reflection? Reflection is the process of identifying the properties and methods available in any library, in any class. That means you give an object, then what reflection API will do? It will return all the properties and methods of that object. What are the properties and methods, how they work, what they do, how they behave? All that information is provided by using what? Reflection API. All OOP languages have reflection API. Java reflection API, .NET reflection API. What is reflection API? See, you are a new developer. Some class is given to you. You haven't designed the class. If you design the class, you know what the class contains. If you haven't designed the class, how you know? How you know what members are present in that class? Through reflection API, we can know the information about the class. That means every technology will teach you how we can know about a library. That means through reflection API. Here, if it is supported, you can right click on use form and you can select go to definition. If you select go to definition, you can see it will take to the definition. And what use form is? Use form is a function. It is a function. You can see it is a function. And very important is it will explain what all the details it is going to provide. So you see, actually, use form is using a use form written. When I right click on this and go to definition, it will show what a use form written can return. You can see that it is going to return all these things. So many things it is going to return. Generally, developers explore any library like this. They know and learn about a library like this, but this is not easy. This is not for freshers, right? So developers learn and explore a library like this. They understand that, okay, this contains all these, right? For example, this general thing, suppose see, when React came into market, we started training React. Who trained us? We are teaching technology. We are teaching technology to people across the world. So from more than 20 years, I am teaching. And I am teaching people before React came into market. When React came into market, who trained us? Means we have to sit day and night and explore, and we need to know everything about it. We need to make complete information gathering about it, and we have to deliver it. That means, so who trains us? If a new version of any software comes, that means, see, after working and gaining experience for few years, you will also will get the ability of exploring a technology by yourself. You will not join any course, you will learn it, right? You will able to explore a technology by yourself, but very much hard work you have to do, because so many things you need to explore. You can't go wrong, right? When you are delivering anything, you cannot go wrong. That means you have to explore all the details like this. You go to this and see it is returning so many, but we don't need all of them. Do you know, out of this we need, you might have seen their examples. You need form state, you need handle submit, and you need register. That means actually it returns so many things. Out of that, regularly when we are designing a form, we need three elements to collect from the form. What are the three things we have to collect from the form? One is register, another one is handle submit, another one is form state. These are the three things we need to collect from form. Okay, now what is our responsibility? What register will do, what handle submit will do, and what form state is going to do. What is their type? Also, we should know data types. What they return, what is their type? That means I will tell you. See here, what we need to do now. I will go here. Okay, how to design a form. Use form is going to return constant. It is going to return what? It is going to return three. It is going to return so many. Out of that, we need one register. Another one, we need handle submit. Another one, we need a form state. Form state, actually it is having so many more things, but we need these three. Now the question is, why you need these three? What is register, what is handle submit, and what is form state? Let's see. I will go here. We will see what is register. You see, register is coming with form register. That means it is of what type? Use form register type. Right click and go to definition. Use form register. You can see it is going to collect field values. Understood? That means what is the purpose of register? Register is going to collect the field name. It is going to collect the field name and it is going to collect the field value. That means any form field name and form field value can be collected by using which reference? Register. So register is going to collect the value from a field. So what is the purpose of register? It is going to collect the value from the fields. Okay. What is the purpose of submit? Its name itself tells. Submit is nothing but it defines what action to perform when user submits. What is form state? You remembered we learnt about it. I told you input state, form state, right? Form state is going to return form touched or not. Remembered? Form touched or not, form valid or not. Actually, it is going to return so many details. In that means actually form state is again an object. This object can return like touched. It can return like is valid. Am I right? It can return so many things. Out of that, I need only one. What I need? Errors as of now. That means form state can return touched or not. Form state can return is valid or not. Form state can return is dirty or not. Form state can return errors. As of now, to design a simple form, I need errors. That is what they give in their example. That means we have a register, we have handle submit, another one is errors. Okay. We have to configure this. So this is the next part. So next what we have to do, import use form. You have to import use form hook and capture the form return. So we have to define constant. This is first import use form from React hook form. Constant, we have register, handle submit, and form state. Form state is again an object with errors. So here register, it is used to configure a field and access its value. Handle submit defines actions to perform on submit. form state. It returns form state services, services like errors. So many things it will return actually, like errors, like touched, like is valid, etc.
నాకు ఆందోళన కాబట్టి ఆందోళన అయితే సాటర్డే కూడా ఉంటుంది కొంతమంది. అవునవును.
These all things it is going to return.
మన తప్పిపోయింది అన్న 3 మార్క్స్ లో పోయింది మళ్ళీ. మళ్ళీ ఎస్బీఐ అది మన కానిస్టేబుల్ ఏమైంది సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ అది క్వాలిఫై అవ్వదు. అది ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ కాదంటే ఈవెంట్స్ అది స్టార్ట్ కాలేదు. అది టర్న్ చేసింది అది సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్. ఎస్బీఐ వచ్చినా లేదా ఎస్బీఐ వచ్చినా బాగుంటుంది. మిస్ అయింది ఎస్బీఐ పిఓ మిస్ అయింది క్లర్క్ మిస్ అయింది. వాళ్ళు మేళ పట్టి ఎస్బీఐ క్లర్క్ ఎంత ఉంది సాలరీ అప్రాక్సిమేట్ 48,000 స్టార్టింగ్
So these are the three
పిఓకి
things.
95,000.
Next, what we need to do is through register we can access the data, we can bind the fields, we can bind the fields.
ట్రైనింగ్
But
పీరియడ్
observe how this register works.
ఏముంది కూడా అడగాలి ఆ బ్యాంక్ గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్టర్ కాబట్టి పెద్దగా రిస్క్ ఉండదు.
So we will see that here. You can see here. Let's go to register. Already it is there now, right? You can see register is using form register, and form register is returning. You see, use form register return. It is returning this. Go to definition, and you can see it is going to return so many details. What it is going to return? It is going to return on change, on blur, reference, name, min, max, min length, max length, pattern, required, disabled. Now what we have to do is we need to attach all these to a field. That means we need to collect the field name. We need to collect whether field required or not. We need to check whether the field is having min length, max length, pattern, disabled. All these we want to access. Now tell me how to attach all these to a field. We have a input, type is text. Now to this we need to add all these. Then all these are present. All these are present under one reference of register. How to spread them? You can just use dot register now. Right now what this is going to do, it is going to spread all these into that field, right? That means it is going to spread all these into that field. That means it will spread on change, on blur. You can write individually, that it becomes lengthy. Yesterday we saw na get field properties. Instead of writing on change, on blur, we can just spread it. And here you have to just mention for which field it should work. It should work for which field? Username. It should work for username. Not only that, after mentioning that, you need to tell. So that means you mentioned the field name. Field name you have defined. After that, if there is min length problem, max length problem, pattern problem, what to do? That means what else you want to add into this? Field name we are adding. After adding the field name, what else you want to add? I want to add required. I want to add what? Min length. Am I right? We can add only specific if we want. You can simply add all of them. You can add only what you need. Spread operator is not just to spread everything. It can spread everything, or it can spread only what is needed also. They have these two types of facilities now. That means what we will do here, I will write like this. So what we need to do, go to the form. Okay, so here what we have to do, this name is what? username. This name is what? Mobile. Then how you bind? We have to use dot 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 what? Register. Which field name? Field name is what? Username. What else you want to attach? You see, it is asking register options na? Field options. We need what? Suppose we need what are the options means you need to define like an object. What is required. After that, what is their min length I am using. So min max we can use. Suppose I am using min length, right? min min length means then here you have to mention. So min length how many? 4 characters. Because if it is min length, you need to mention how much value it is, right? If you want to know this min length is what type, you see min length is number type. Whenever you enter min length, you have to pass a number. Whenever you enter max length, you have to pass a number. Whenever you enter a pattern, it is this. And required boolean. Boolean means what? By default it is true na? Otherwise you can put it as true. Not required. If you write required, required is by default true. It will set it as true. Or you can put a boolean true or false into this. That is how we need to bind. So here again, what is it? Dot 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 what? Register. Register. This is for which one? Mobile. And it needs attributes. What are those required? Okay, another attribute. What is it? Pattern. And what is the pattern? Obviously pattern is a regular expression. So exponent slash plus 91 slash d 10 digits and dollar. That's how we need to write the pattern. Whatever validations you need to configure, and we need to spread them like this. Okay, this is fine. We are having the field names and all. Now when form is submitted, we have to collect the data and use the data. That means this handle submit should work when. So when they submit, that means on submit we have to use which one? Handle submit. But observe carefully, right click and go to definition. You can see handle submit is using form handle submit. And you see, I will right click and go to definition of form handle submit. You can see the form handle submit, it is a promise type. It is a promise type, and you can see it is using a submit handler or on valid, is invalid, is valid. And observe carefully, actually on valid it is using a submit handler. That means when form is valid, it is using a submit handler. Go to definition, then you can see submit handler is a function. You observe na? Submit handler is a function, and that function is collecting the data, right? That means what is handle submit? It is expecting a function, and that function is collecting the data coming from the form. It is expecting the data collecting from the form. Generally nobody wants to show you like this, because you will run away, you will not come tomorrow again. Understood? Huh? That means nobody wants to explain you all this, like this is what it is coming from and all. They will simply say that this is syntax, you remember, right? If anybody explains all this, tomorrow you will not come. You will simply say that what is this happening here, right? So much complicated it is there. That is the reason nobody takes a risk to explain all that. What is behind, nobody takes a risk to explain. Anybody who teaches you about form, they will simply tell that this is the syntax, right? Why that syntax is behind the syntax, what all the hierarchy is, that is not necessary actually, right? But I am just showing you and making you understand that if later if you get any time, you can explore by yourself and you can check that. That is only the point. But this is not the way how you have to learn it actually. That means in general, this is for technicians, how technicians explore everything, how they know about everything, which function, what it returns, how, which parameter is required, how they know. That means now what is this handle submit? Handle submit is using a function actually, and on valid it will call one function. Into that function it will send the data. So what you need one function called submit, constant submit. It is a function. This function is going to collect the data, and what we will do, we will log the data. We will log the data, and this function should be executed on submit. On submit we will call that submit function. That means what happens on submit, handle submit will call a function called submit, and into that function it will pass the data. That data you have to collect and use it. That is the basic syntax it is having. And remember, it will do when it is valid. That means by default it is verifying that on valid only it will be submitted. That means if all fields pass the validation, then only it will submit. That's good. That means already they are doing some work for us. We have to just attach it, right? Okay. Now let's see this here. Observe carefully now. Here, in this form, we are not running this. I will keep it in the startup. This is hook form demo. So in this hook form demo, we will open this. Okay. Oh, some problem is there. Some issue. Required is not defined. Huh? Where? Acha, here. Huh? Required is true. Now that is fine. Okay. Right. Now see what we are doing. I am trying to submit. It's not submitting. It is highlighting that text box because it is required. But we are not showing any errors. Errors we need to display. It is verifying, but it is not reporting the problem. It is unable to submit. Why? Because it's not valid. Okay. Now how to report this error? We have to report the error. That means what we have to do, go below. Here we need to report the error. Text danger. How to report the error? Actually, to report the error, they have a conditional rendering technique. What is the conditional rendering technique? What is it? They have the option. What is it? Form. We have a form state. What is it? We have a register. Register dot what? Have you seen a syntax? Yesterday I told you, na, one conditional rendering approach will be there. Right? What is that? You see in their official website what they have given for error. Where is it? So errors, huh? Errors object is there. I think here you can see this is errors. Huh? This is the errors. Form state have an errors object. Already we are returning errors object now. That means what it is there? Errors. Errors dot field name. Field name is what? Username. Username, and they have an option. What is it? Question mark dot not message. They have a type. Type indicates. So type indicates what is the error type. That means if error is what type, it is the type required. That means why it is question mark? If there is no error, it may be null. That is the reason for nullable characters. Means errors will return all the fields. We have to collect which field, error username field, and we have to check what error type it is. If it is required error, if this condition is matching, am I right? If the condition is matching, then question mark, put a span. In that span, put a message. What is it? Name required. Otherwise, put another span with empty. Don't show anything. Empty message. There is no message. That means if it is username error, report that error. But actually here we have one more condition. Then you have to use again another ampersand. And one more error we have to check. What is that error? Errors dot what? Username and dot, what is that? Type. Type is equal to which error? Min length error is there. Then put a span. What is it? Name to short. Otherwise, what to display? Empty. That means we have to collect the field name through errors. We have to check what is the error type. If error type is required, display this message. Why we are using this end? Because all validations must satisfy, because it is using valid na. On valid only it will submit. So every validation should satisfy. That means we have to check using end. We have to check using end. Required should satisfied, min length should satisfy. What about mobile? Again we are using option here. What is it? Class text danger. Okay, what about mobile? We have to just give, what is it? Errors. What is it? Mobile question mark dot, what it is? Type. Type is equal to what type? Required. Then we will put a span. What is that? Mobile required. And otherwise, okay, so otherwise we will put an empty span. And another condition. What is the condition? Errors dot mobile dot what? Type is equal to which type? Pattern type. Then we will put a message. What is it? Invalid mobile. Otherwise we will put an empty span. That's how we define. This is the validation what they do, right? That means when you are clicking here, it will fire up the validation, and you are entering and it says that name too short. Now it is fine. You are entering mobile, it says invalid mobile, and you entered some mobile, then it is fine. On valid it will submit. All right. So this is the basic of how we design a form using hook form. This is only a basic form. They have so many features. Later in different implementations we can try them, right? We can use those options. So how? But remember, this is not great for any project where they are using class components, because this is completely depends on hooks, and we cannot use hooks in class components. It is not suitable for others. So this is just one example. I am sharing this example, and how to design a hook form. This is the point. Means actually hook form demo.js. Actually anybody who trains about this, they will tell you just only syntax. But later in real world projects, that is the big headache. We are not sure which third party they use. Sometimes they build their own third parties, their own libraries they build. Then we should able to explore and learn everything. So that's the reason I just given an overview of how any developer learns about a library, right? How he explores, how he knows about what it returns, what it contains, what is its type. I just given an overview. Actually so many more techniques are there. Gradually, step by step, I will explain few of them. Okay, this is one important. And if you can know this, now in the next session we will discuss about controlled components, conditional rendering and controlled components. In React, that is another concept. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, right.